Hello everyone, it's me, Max23, and welcome back to the Final Fantasy VI Tea Edition. So sit back and enjoy. Alright guys, I'm back, and I must admit I feel pretty motivated today. And that is mostly because I did take a break and I feel much more optimistic about Emperor now. Like, I did think things through, and I did have some thoughts here and there, some potential strategies, and I have some new ideas how we can tackle Emperor now, so in that regard I feel much more confident that I will be able to beat Emperor at some point. But yeah, of course it doesn't matter right now. Currently we are trying to beat Golbez. Golbez shouldn't be too much of a problem, I think. We did already take a look at him. He mostly uses magic, and I think there are some ways to counter that or to outplay him. I did make some changes here, some small changes. First of all, I switched the Taina Rouge on Terra, Celis, and Gaugo for ribbons. Golbez uses a lot of statuses, so I think ribbons will be essential, otherwise I run into deep trouble. Like, he also uses very nasty statuses, like, I think, did he stone me at some point? I think he did stone me at some point, and like other nasty stuff as well. And that's stuff I don't want to deal with. Of course, Hermes and Wind Corsages are essential because he can also inflict slow. Still, Celis has auto haste via Omega weapons, so that's not necessary for her. She has the gem box, which might be important. Actually, is it important that I have the gem box here? You know what, I think I might want to give her something else instead of the gem box, now that I think about it. Good, now Braving is no. I could give her Floral Fell, that might be good actually. That way she can stay a little bit longer in the game. I think I'm gonna go with this. Yeah, I think that's good. But yeah, the other major change I did change out Ultima for Carbuncle on Terra. Carbuncle, of course, gives the entire party Reflect, and because Golbez uses so much magic, like exclusively magic almost, it might be a good idea to have Reflect on the party. Now, I'm aware of the fact that Golbez also uses Reflect I think it's called. And what that move does is it inflicts various statuses, negative statuses on like units in the battle that have Reflect status. So that's obviously a way to counter Carbuncle on my party, or like Reflect on my party. But because I have ribbons equipped, I think I can just simply ignore it. At least I hope so, unless it bypasses ribbon, that should work. But yeah, I think for that reason, Reflect might be a good idea. Another idea I had was casting Reflect on Golbez himself. And because he also tries to cast Curaga on himself, so that way I can bounce it back to my party. And I'm also not sure if the Reflect thing does also take into consideration the caster itself. So if like Golbez casts that while he has Reflect on himself, like, does he get the negative statuses on him as well? That might be interesting to see. So that's something I want to try. And the other thing I mostly learned from Cloud of Darkness. Cloud of Darkness was a pretty important fight, I think. Once again, because I took a break, I had some time to like think about that fight a little bit. And basically, what I did in that fight, I mostly used one character to dish out the damage. It was Edgar with jumps. And I think that's something I might want to copy for further encounters. Like, usually I have the mindset when it comes to Final Fantasy boss battles, I have like a party of 4 in this case, and like usually there's like one dedicated character who does all the healing and stuff, and to keep the other 3 party members alive, so that they can dish out the damage. And I guess I need to like develop a strategy where I do the opposite, where I have like 3 characters that take care of the party, and like 1 character that dishes out the damage. The thing is, we did already also learn that enemies here have more HP than like normally is the case. And once again, I keep mentioning that, but normally what should be the case, enemies can only have a maximum of 65,500 25 or is it? I think it's 35 HP. Like I always screw up that number, but around that like range, that's the maximum HP enemies should potentially have at max, because that's the highest unsigned 16-bit integer. But of course, this hack does circumvent that, and there are also like some circumvention methods in like main Final Fantasy games, like original, like legit Final Fantasy games, not hacks. But what they do is they have like multiple versions of that enemy, and like basically if you defeat one version of the enemy, the second one immediately follows and has like more or less more HP. And that's how that works, and that's of course something we did learn, and I did learn the hard way while I was fighting Emperor. And I think those two pieces of information, like those two ideas that I have discovered, the idea that enemies have more HP than they could theoretically have, and the thing that I dedicate 3 party members to maintaining the party while one dishes out the damage, is something I want to use and something that could greatly benefit me. I think that's what I want to attempt here. I think that's also more important now because I have a comparatively low level. Like I could theoretically still go for 30 plus levels still on my party members. But I think that's like the handicap I have now. I need to dedicate more party members to healing instead of focusing on dishing out damage. Like I'm always a supporter of the idea that like offense is the best defense, because the faster you can take down an enemy, the less time you need to spend to actually put up defenses and protect your party. But I think that's like out of the question by this point. That's something I cannot really do with this current party that I have. So I need to play more defensively. I think that's what I want to attempt at least. Okay, that was some thoughts I had in the meantime. Let's see how this goes. The first like 1 2 Golbez attempts will be a little bit more will be a little bit more like a warm-up for me, so that I can get the idea again behind that fight. I do recall, of course, some stuff, but I also tend to forget some stuff, so let's just see how this goes again. And still Emperor we leave for later. Like he gets the special treatments later on. But yeah, the Fiend. If I recall correctly, the first couple of phases Golbez had are actually pretty simple. I also do wonder if he has like some kind of immediate counter to reflect, or if that's just something that like does not get a specific counter and just is something that that I'm allowed to have on the party. Okay, first of all, Mighty Guard, nice counter. It wasn't even a counter, but you know what I mean. And actually, I think I might want to cast it already. Carbuncle, let's go. Just make sure that Edgar also takes the cake here, and now he can jump. Did I forget anything? No. Why can you not? You don't have a... I think you don't have an S-bar. Good thing that I de-equipped your twin cast Night Glow. Okay, what happens? That does inflict statuses. Edgar does not have the ribbon. And it sleeps him. That's nasty. Okay. Break. Break something we don't care about. It also gets reflected. Does it deal damage? No, it doesn't. Maybe it does, but it didn't in this instance. Terra, you could... Kiraga is mine. Yeah, I am an idiot. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think you can notice that I'm... Yeah, okay, he's dead either way. I think you notice that... Oh, yeah, it deals... I think I did already figure that out. Like, the Night Glow does deal percentage-based damage. Okay. But yeah, let's cast... Do I need to cast Reflect on him immediately now? I don't think so. Reflect also does veer off at some point. That's also something I'm aware of. I think it's fine to cast one Ultima here. Rasp, that targets himself. That's also good. And one thing I could also do is... did Scourge work? I'm not sure. Also here, Reflect. Reflect is pretty good, so far at least. Like, he hasn't summoned his dragon yet. I can heal with White Wind. That's something I want to do occasionally. White Wind, I also did inform myself about some like quirks my like blue magic has and stuff. And I did notice that White Wind also cures sleep, for example. Oh, that heals. Might actually want to do that right now. Let's do it. And basically, we are trying to do the slow approach here. Look at that, Edgar did wake up. Also an important piece of information if you ask me. I also want to slow him, so was possible on Golbez. Thundaga, nice. Also the 4x reflect here, nice. I like that I finally have a boss fight where I can use reflect to some great effect. I do have the items. I have a 99x potion, so I can heal with items. You can jump now, do your Kain stuff. Against Golbez, that's kind of fitting. You could also cast Grand Shrine, maybe. That also doesn't deal that much damage flood. We also have a region that helps also a great deal here. Night Glow again, I think I might now that's also pretty nice if they block. We can cast Ultima again maybe. Edgar can jump again. I think my reflect is gone, I don't see the outline anymore. Ah, now it's still there. It's still there. But yeah, stuff becomes interesting once he has his dragon up. But yeah, so far I'm actually mostly immune against most of his stuff. That's very crucial here. I also wonder, one thing I haven't figured out yet, but that's also a strategy I might want to try at some point. I'm not sure if MP carries over between like different enemy versions, what I mentioned with the how they extend the enemy's HP. I'm not sure if MP also carries over, because if that wouldn't be the case, I could maybe stand like, for example, in this phase here right now and drain him of his MP, and so that he doesn't have MP anymore in his later phases. That might be something. I think that heals him, but that's also fine, I think. Yeah, that's a negligible heal. Does he cast that on himself? No, okay. Oh no, that was Edgar. Okay, does get hit. We can just do White Wind though. I see, if he hits himself, I think if he hits himself, and what he does is he still counters, but he targets the last party member that did hit him. Okay, White Wind is mine, sure. White Wind also bypasses Reflect, so that's important. Like, someone also has Golem. Yeah, X-Ether for Go-Go, because... Okay, my thing is gone. I need Reflect again. And because, as you can see, that hurts a lot. Golem, you can raise Golem, sure. I feel confident enough that Terra does not die right now. Cells, you can heal her. Would be funny if Confuse works. Also, speaking of the if MP thing works, whatever, I'm also wondering if statuses also carry over between enemy versions. Like, for example, I did inflict slow on Golbez here in the beginning of the fight. And I think by now we did encounter like the, let's say, third version of him by now. I wonder if he still has slow by this point. That's nasty. I hope he does not counter again, because then he would attack Terra again if my theory is correct. Nightglow, oh, don't hit Terra. But I think he does, right? Okay, but that's interesting to know. I think that's kind of a confirmation. It's also percentage based, so that's fine. It's percentage based, don't be afraid here. Okay, there we go, Black Dragon. Still, Edgar, you jump, the other just stay put. If I do find an opening where I can attack, I will use that opportunity, of course. With Terra and Ultima, for example. But as far as I'm concerned, I try to be a little bit more reserved here. Drain should also backfire now. Unless, of course, he does not have Reflect. Genesis Rock is nasty, but it also heals. Nice. I think we're still fine. Jump again. Go. You can maybe cast Reflect on Golbez. Slow Go also doesn't matter. Also gets Reflect. Yeah, he also slows himself. That's also pretty nice. Yeah, of course, sure. Okay, now he should definitely have slow on himself. And the range should also benefit me, because now I get the HP here. Very nice. Cool, Reflect on him. Black Fang is nasty, but yeah, that's why I have Golem up. Good, pretty good so far. Nice, 4 hits, good. That was legendary. Let's raise Golem again. Wait until Edgar also gets Earthen Wall here. Yeah, looking pretty good so far. And there we go, Reflect question mark. Does it work? Does it work on him? That's also a question. Okay, it does drain MP. That's nasty. Do you want to use a Mega Elixir? I think I want to use a Mega Elixir here. I think that's an investment I can take. And Edgar just dishes out the damage like it's nothing. Very nice. Jump again. I could also defend with the others. That is also an option. Whatever that was. Okay, Nightglow again. Who gets hit here? No one except Terra. That's also good. Come on, White Wind. Nice. Oh, I like this strategy, guys. I think it's also time that I raise a Reflect again. Oh, nice. Look at the hits. Oh, very good. The rain gets reflected because, yeah, Edgar's Carbuncle does not run out. Black Fang again, still gets blocked, very nice. Ruby Light, protection again. Let's raise Golem again. I'm not sure if Black Fang gets rid of the entirety of Golem because it's an instant kill move. Might actually also be that it does not affect Golem at all. Golem just blocks and doesn't take like actual damage from that. That might be something. Meteor. Oh yeah, Meteor was critical. Well, that's actually quite critical. How many hits do you get? I think you cast it twice, right? Oh, that's nasty. Okay, but I think we should still be fine here somehow. Sure, drain yourself, that's good. The Black Dragon did cure ailments. That could mean that he is no longer slowed. I wanted to use Mega Elixir again, but I can save this right now. Kind of dangerous right now because... why does it go... because she doesn't have Reflect right now. Ah, okay. Ouch, yeah. That's a huge hit. Go. You need to cast a Rise. And Terra needs to raise... Reflect again. I would say this is one of the more critical points right now. Because right now I don't have anyone who has full ATB out of the Majors 3 here. Scourge, okay. Okay, only Edgar does not have protection right now. That heals, that's annoying. Okay. But at least it slows himself. We just ignore that because we have auto haste. Okay, wait a second. Go. Blue Magic. White Wind. Magic Carbuncle. And I think you can also use an X-Ether on Go again. Okay, White Wind does not take care of poison, that's nasty, but okay. Oh, Cells also needs Mighty Guard again. Okay, Reflect question mark, sure. I think I really don't need Reflect on him. Nightglow, I think I need to spend another Mega Elixir here. Could probably also do without, but it's a bit too risky for my tastes. Because I need the healing as well as the MP. Is it a good idea to defend right now? Gao can heal. Yeah. Oh, you also use it multiple times. White Wind against everyone, I think. Should still be a sufficient heal. Nah. At least Cells gets her stuff back, that's important. Okay, I did defend with Terra and Cells, I think. Gao is still busy doing stuff. Jump. Okay, Drain gets reflected. Go, use White Wind immediately again. Edgar, you can jump again. Meaty, oh. That's dangerous. Okay, X Potion doesn't matter. White Wind doesn't do anything right now. But I think I'm out of the sticky situation by using those two X Potions. First Terra, then Go. Do I still have Reflect? I'm thinking I'm out of Reflect. I think I need it again. Black Fang, sure. I get the impression Golem does just like take that and doesn't like... Nice, that's good. Because I really did not want to figure out whether or not Celis had, like the other one still had to reflect or not. Okay, Edgar's also brilliant, of course. You can jump again. Genesis Rock is something we ignore. Like, that's the one that stones, right? Okay, Explosion is wasted now, but hey, okay. You can defend for the time being. I think next move that he does is Slowga again. Once again, Reflect doing brilliant work. I think anyone can currently defend right now. This is looking pretty good, I must say. There we go, Slowga. Also always a good confirmation of who still has Reflect up. And another heal for Edgar, nice. Black Fang. Okay, yeah, Golem just tanks that. That's good, that's very good. Okay, everyone is currently blocking, defending. Edgar does the stuff here, that's important. Drain again. Oh, okay. Carbuncle, Ruby Light. Edgar also still has like Shell and Reflect, right? Oh, this is bad for Edgar. No, actually not as much as I thought, okay? How much MP do you have? You don't have much. How much MP do you have? Not much. Okay, you can jump still. I think did outplay his question mark stuff thing here. Truly impressive strength. Ah. Yeah, nice. Okay, we got him. This was a great fight. This was a good fight. Like, Reflect MVP. Nice. Ha. Ha ha ha. This was great. I'm super happy with this fight. Nice. And we get a Mega Elixir back, of course. Cool, that was Golbez. Okay, sleeping. But yeah, nice. Reflect is so good in that fight. Like, Reflect definitely was like the crucial move here. Cool, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Golem also, of course. Golem also did a great job protecting me from Black Fang. I think I could have used less Mega Elixirs, but I was kind of in a panic at some point. At like 2 points. But yeah, other than that, pretty nice. Good. Good. Definitely saved the success. 2 times. Nice. Cool. I think I keep my loadout here right now. I'm happy with it. I think I can do away with Reflect at the moment. What do you have? You don't have anything. Great. I think it's okay if you get Ashura and you get Seraph. I think that's like in general the best I can do. Maybe Poo-Poo is also interesting because Poo-Poo gives a shell on the entire party. But yeah, other than that, I think I'm fine. Unicorn, of course, with status effects. If I have something nasty going on there. Okay. Nice. Okay, I guess then the next encounter we fight is... I could try Emperor again, but nah. Not right now. I could try Emperor, like I said, but I want to do the next one instead. I think that's gonna be Zeromus. The Darkness. I think that could make sense, unless it's like somebody from like Final Fantasy IV, the after years or so. But then I won't know. Because that's also a Final Fantasy game I haven't played. Mighty Tree is definitely X-Death. Darkness. If it is Zeromus, what can Zeromus do? He can use Big Bang. Big Bang is always a strong move. Other than that, like Zeromus is mostly like a very standard, like old school Final Fantasy final boss. Like dishes out strong attacks, and like that's basically his entire thing. Like a classical Square SNES RPG boss, a final boss. Okay, let's see, very well. I did save, right? I hope so. If not, that would be a little bit bad, but okay. Yeah, okay, it's Zeromus. Oh, it's his like old form, X, so... Okay. Okay, I see. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Wait a second. Whoa. NGPlus. Ooh, this is nasty. Ooh, I see what's going on here. I think. Oh, my MP. What was that? I did not pay attention. That was Life Shaver, I guess. Ooh, this is nasty. Can we even do that anymore? Not enough MP, nope. Okay, death might be another reason to get Reflect up. Also, this is his first form. He does have a second form, so... Oh. I need a crystal to like knock him out of this form. Oh, Flare as well? Come on. Flare also hits with full force. Oh, nice hits here from Edgar again. Undimension. What is Undimension? What did that do? It stops him. Oh no. Oh god. I don't like this. Let's see how much Seraph feels. I wonder if that's better than Kiraga. I think it's kind of the same. X-Zone. X-Zone is nasty. Kill. Kill also just... Okay. There's a lot of stuff I can block. That's something I'm noticing. Oh, Mind Plus again. Yeah, sure. And he apparently operates in some kind of fixed pattern here. I think casting Ashura might not be the worst idea. Of course, currently my main attacker is disabled. Mega Whirlwind, I must say, does not scare me all that much. That's actually a good target, thank you. Mostly because like, if he does stuff, I get killed anyways, because he has a lot of instant death stuff. Let's revive him. X-Zone, yeah, okay. Good thing also is I have a lot of protection against instant deaths, of course. I should also try to slow Zeromus. Like my armors that I have equipped have a lot of instant death protection, all of them. Mind Blast again, sure. That's mostly just annoying so far. Good thing I stocked up on X-Ethers, right? X-Ether. I don't know, is it even worthwhile to do this right now? Also nice battle background, we are fighting on the moon. Undimension, oh no, Is there anything I can do against this Mega Whirlwind again? What happens if I do Crazer? I definitely want to keep Terra's more for later, I think. I think it's blatantly obvious that we also fight the like legit version of Zeromus here, not like his disguise version here. So I might want to keep Terra's stuff for that. X-Zone, sure, everyone does not care. Kill actually affects him, okay, that's fine though. Maybe we can get Seraph up. Goro can also mimic Seraph, so after we get hit by Mega Whirlwind he can just mimic that. Mind Blast, sure. Actually, I think it's better. Do I even need MP right now? I don't think so. Life Shaver, yeah. Okay, Edgar, you jump. Mega Whirlwind, never mind. First off, go Mimic. Wait until he does his stuff. Also, I'm just noticing... Nah. I'm just noticing that, like, silence persists even after a character has died. Also, do I need something against slow in this fight? Don't think so. Oh no, you... of course. X-Zone. Well, I am able to survive. That is something. NGPlus again, but rectification is coming up. No, it does not persist. Edgar got hit by NGPlus, never mind. That's why he was still silenced. Yeah. Come on, Seraph. There we go. Might actually be that I... Yeah, I wanted to use Runic, never mind. Runic can absorb Flare, that's important. So if I prepare before, and I think... that's bad right now. Light Wind also gets absorbed by Runic, right? Okay, Runic does not absorb Death. Death does get absorbed though. But she does not care, okay? I think Runic also absorbs Mind Blast, right? Does that work with Terra right now? I hope it does. Yeah, okay. Runic. Ah, Mind Blast, too late. Okay, but we wait until he uses Mega Whirlwind. We can heal with X-Ethers in the meantime. Like, so far, Zeromus does not pose any danger whatsoever. But I guess that will change. Oh, nice hits here by Edgar. Oh, there we go. I think that's my cue to morph. We're gonna change to... I might die now because he instantly uses Big Bang. Zeromus' true form revealed. I like that it also does it like how it does it in... Oh, even with the music. Nice, okay. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, question is what happens now? You can jump again, sure. Black Hole. Black Hole takes away my statuses, right? I think that's what it does. Now it absorbs Scourge, okay. Scourge gets absorbed, that was lucky on my side. Okay, what does he do? That's the question. He definitely uses Big Bang. Like, if it does not use that, I'm not sure what else I can rely on here. Also, is my... I think I need Mighty Guard again. I don't see Mighty Guard right now. A wall. What does that do? That is nasty from what I can tell. Slaughter, okay. But by the way, good music. Combat is not exciting at all. Okay, Mighty Guard is up. Magic. You can probably slow him again, like you can do with all bosses. Let's see, does slow work? I like that we can see some parallels here between Zeromus and Golbez. Like he also, like Zeromus, he also uses Sloga, for example. Might be intentional, might be not so intentional, who knows. Comet, is Comet really all you can do here? Also, not Blue Magic, Golem. No, I just casted it on the 3. I could cast Reflect on my party. Not sure if I want that. Also, is it just me, or does Zeromus get incredibly debilitated by... like Does he get incredibly debilitated by slow right now? X-Zone again, okay. I could also raise Runic if I wanted to. Go can also Mimic if he wants to. No, Edgar, jump again. So far this is suspiciously Gravity. Ah, okay, that can be annoying, I see. Now you, that's a bad idea. Yeah, okay, Gogo just decided to jump, fine. You also need an X-Ether again. I thought Seraph was still up for Mimic, but of course Edgar jumped in the meantime. Like, Mimic copies every action someone does. Not just like the best action I can think of. Go also spends a long time in the air. Okay, one hit is still 2000 something, that's still good. Okay, Meteor, my friend. Please be enough. Okay. I tell you guys, Big Bang is the scary one. And that will happen. I will not like have this fight without Big Bang. Nice hits again. Beep, boop, beep, beep, beep. Is this just me, or did we already hear the Final Fantasy IV Final Battles theme at some point already? Might actually be the case. Bio. He has a lot of attacks. That's actually pretty nice. Because that means, like, he doesn't, like, if he picks moves randomly, he does not have as high as a chance to pick his strongest moves. Black Hole again, okay. Getting a little spammy right now, but I take that. Oh, graphics. Okay, right wind, please. Nice. I think we're still doing pretty good so far. Level 4 hold. We don't care. Do we? No, we don't. We actually do. That bypasses... Oh no. Ooh, this is nasty. Cells ignores that. That's very important to know. X potion for him. Ooh, this is super nasty. Once again, level 4 hold might be something I can... Oh, on everyone. Might be something I can prevent with... Quake is also fine. It might be something I can prevent with Runic because it's blue magic. Celis, magic. Meteor. Okay, he dies. That's actually good. Okay, only two. That's good. Terra pretends that she can move, but she cannot do that. Edgar can jump again. Black Hole again. Kiraga. It's nasty that he heals by doing that, but it's not the highest amount we have ever faced. I have one thing, Mighty Guard again. I think Terra is still not able to act. Maybe? Maybe she can. Give Gogo an X-Ether. Okay, she can do something, otherwise Morph would not have run out. Level 4 hold again. Does Edgar also get affected by that? No, okay. If I do this again, I need to give Celis, you know what, a Unicorn. Scourge is also still fine. Quake is also absolutely passable. Come on, Edgar. Give me some good hits. Nice, nice, good. Once again, Edgar does all the heavy lifting here. I'll commit on a Meteor on Celis once, twice. Okay, only twice, and only on her. X Potion. Good thing I have all this stuff. Very nice. Black Hole again, does heal a little bit, but also nothing we need to treat too seriously. If Celis can find the time, I would like to cast... Oh, everyone is able to move again, nice. You can use Runic maybe. I think Runic was a bad idea because Runic comes first, now we use White Wind and we absorb that. Yeah. Mind Blast, never. Oh, that's actually nice. Nice, nice. Okay, that was planned. Oh, very nice, very nice, very nice. That might also mean that we did hit a different phase right now. And White Wind, yeah, perfect. Totally as planned, guys. Okay, we can do Runic again. Scourge is fine. Everyone blocks that, pretty nice. I'm also tempted to cast Libra on Zeromus just to see what's happening here. But then again, I do not get much out of knowing how much HP he still has left. I would just continue my strategy. Okay, Celis needs to heal, I presume. Yeah, she needs to revive even. Oh, now we are getting busy here. Okay, you can use an X potion on yourself. Also, yeah, Black Hole does erase positive statuses. So that's something to note. Yeah, Black Hole again. You can cast Seraph again. And you cast Mighty Guard again. Pretty interesting dynamic we have here. And this strategy with 3 party members try to stay alive while one ships away the HP does work surprisingly well. Like, that actually works pretty well. Slaughter, doesn't matter. Okay, Comet. Edgar, jump again. Surely Zeromus is almost dead, right? Scourge, we absorbed that, pretty nice. Runic again, Quake, sure. I think Seraph should bypass Runic, so we have an option to heal the party without having to do something with Celis first. Black Hole again, there we go. Flare, there we go, very nice, good. That also gives me an opportunity to cast Mighty Guard again. Ah, perfect, I like when a plan functions. Angel Feathers first, then we go for Mighty Guard. Edgar also reaps all the benefits here. And you can do your Runic again, nice. Haha, good. And I think at this stage it's pretty clear he does not use Big Bang at all. There we go, we circumvent Mind Blast again, save some X-Ethers, and says it's almost ready to move again. Shadow Flare? Oh, never mind. How much damage does that deal? Oof, okay, now we're getting to something. Runic again. That was a bad idea. No, okay. Yeah, of course. This might be nasty. Please hit Edgar a little bit. Okay, 2 times Terror is also fine, sure. Okay, I think I need to spend X potion. Okay, you revive. Polarity shift. Do we care about that? Does he actually use physical attacks? Okay, this is a dangerous situation right now. Kind of. He still hasn't used Black Hole again. Just in case it matters. Big Bang. Ooh. Luckily, Edgar did jump out of the way. Oof. Okay. Okay, we kind of survived. Black Hole again. Oof. This is a situation I do not like in the slightest. Uh-oh, I wonder, does Big Bang deal more damage if I'm in the front row? Is that the reason why he uses Polarity Shift? Or is that just for flavor? Stop, oh no. Or is that just for flavor? Shadow Flare as well, I think we're done for. Nah, okay, just... I would need X cast, X magic here. Doesn't even deal damage, very nice. Meteor, oh no. Oh, the damage. And twice, I'm done for, yeah. Nah. And Terra cannot do anything anymore. Tornado. Polarity Shift, okay, I think that's his cue that he uses Big Bang again. Yeah, Big Bang. Bing Bang, actually, not Big Bang. Bing Bang. And goodbye. Oh, yeah, also doesn't split damage anymore. Okay. Okay. Actually, kind of happy that I died there, because there are some things now I can incorporate into the fight there. Like, especially true for phase number 2. That spiraled out of control quickly, interestingly. So we do have some kind of, I'm Zeromus as you know me, I just spam Big Bang. Polarity Shift is the cue for that. And does that cue benefit me in some way? I don't think so, because he's so fast anyways that I cannot react before that. It might actually be that defense, like if I use the defend command, that it reduces damage from Big Bang. That would be pretty nice. I'm also not sure, that's something I did not pay attention to. I'm not sure if Big Bang's damage got reduced by Mighty Guard, so either Shell or Protect, whatever of the two works in that instance. One thing I'm kind of certain of is that I want to delay using Morph with Terra. I want to use it as late as possible, because that should also greatly enhance Terra's survivability against Big Bang. Big Bang is the critical move, of course. Otherwise, the fight was kind of simple. We don't have much physicals here, right? Also, one thing I need for Her is Unicorn in case he uses a stop on my party again. Ribbon. Do we need ribbon? I'm actually not sure about that. Might actually be that he uses a lot of statuses that I haven't noticed because I have ribbons on. Like he can silence us. That's pretty bad. But doesn't Lord Lerobe prevent that? I'm actually not sure. Lord Lerobe, does it prevent silence? I cannot see it here. Immune, instant death, zombie. No. Half MP cost. Okay. Where do we have it? Lord Robe. Force shield might also be very good here because no physicals. I might want to give Terra Marduin's Horn, so she can cast twice the spells. You know what I think about that, and I will show you what I did next time, I guess. At least we did manage to defeat Golbez. Zeromus also seems fairly possible. Like, I could, for example, one thing I could also do is I could be more aggressive towards the end. Once I start noticing that we, like, approach the Big Bang phase, I could try to rush him down before he has the opportunity to do so. So, yeah, we still have a lot of options with Zeromus. Zeromus also seems fairly possible. And yeah, the strategy with, like, 3 party members are there for support. One character takes care of matters. Does work out pretty well. That gives me, once again, much more hope again for Emperor. Because that's a strategy I really want to try in Emperor's instance. I think that also works particularly well because I kind of mentioned that already, but a lot of enemies do use some kind of counter move. We did see that with Emperor, of course, a very prominent example. Cloud of Darkness also used some kind of counter. Golbez used a little bit of a counter with Night Glow. So counters are pretty prominent, which means if I have 3 party members that do not receive counters, of course that also overall greatly boosts my survivability. And that way I also can predict like who gets the counter, kind of. Even though that's like predictable anyways, but yeah. Good strategy so far. I think that's something we can roll with for the foreseeable future, unless we face some kind of boss here, of course, that requires me to be more aggressive. Who knows what happens here next time. We will surely defeat Zeromus and hopefully also already move on to the next boss fight. So yeah, you know the drill. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next episode of the Final Fantasy VI T Edition. Until then, take care and goodbye.